Oh, hello, friends. Welcome to another class of AutoCAD for beginners. A very quick one. I just want to quickly show you how to do ellipse, spline, and donut. Using AutoCAD. Okay. We've already known how to do circle and arc. Okay. Now to explain an ellipse is actually a rounded object, but in the shape of an egg. In other words, it doesn't have the same radius all through or the same diameter all through. Okay, how do you draw it? You come to the draw command, go to ellipse. If we pick center to center, you click on that. This first thing is say specify center of radius or center of ellipse. So wherever I click now become the center. Okay, it says specify. Be just watching here, specify end of axis. If I click here, it becomes end of axis. So the next is to get the other axis. So if I click here, I can now determine the the radius of the other axis. Okay. So if I click here, that becomes the radius of the other axis. Okay. Then let's dimension this as we walk. Specify center. I can click here to be the center. Specify endpoint. I can just use numbers 5,000, 5,000. Okay, and then this other end, I can say 7,000. Okay, so you see, this is it, and then that is from center to here is 5,000, and from center to here is about 7,000. Okay, this is, remember I did this without any dimension. So then we come again, we use axis and end. Okay, look at the command line again, specify axis, end of ellipse. So I click, say, let me start starting here. It says specify the order. I can also click here to be the other axis. So we can also rotate to get the other axis. So if I click here, that gives me the other axis. Okay, I can also use dimension. I can also use dimension. A specify axis of endpoint, I can stand here and I can say this axis, let it be like 4,000. Yes. And then this other side, I can say let it be like 8,000 or 7,000. So this is 4 and this is 7. Okay, so that's how to draw an ellipse. So very quickly, let's look at how you can do a spline. Okay, sometimes you will be drawing and you need to draw some lines that are not actually straight, and you need to avoid some things. Okay, so you use spline. Okay, so let me first, okay, let me copy this. We have done copy before, so look, watch me again. Click at copy, highlight what you want to copy, hit enter, and then I place it, say so many, places where I want them to be. I'm just doing this so that I will be able to show you spline. Okay, if I want to do a spline, I want to do maybe a line that goes across these. Okay, so I can just come. I just want to do a line that goes around these. This line is not a straight line, so what you use is a command like spline. So when I'm through, I say enter. So you see, I just drew lines that are just none. It's not meant to be straight. It's just meant to curve at some point, and then what you use is spline. So let me delete it so that I also show you this other second option, control vertex. Okay, control vertex is differently. Let's look at it. So you see, it doesn't curve at the point you click. The click is just a guide. So we go. So you see the click where you click is not actually where the line turns. The click just is as a guide. After drawing, those guides will no more be there, but the spline line will remain. Okay. So remember when I finish, I click enter and you see those guidelines will not be there. Only the spline line will remain. So that's why you want to draw a line that you can curve at specific points in order to achieve a specific goal. That's spline. Okay. Now let's look at donut. Donut is we know if you have seen a donut before, a donut have it's made of flour, but there is a hole in the center. That's exactly the same thing here. Okay. That's exactly the same thing. Sometimes there are symbols you may be drawing, maybe in electrical engineering or something, and it requires two holes, two cycles, and maybe a hole in the center to obtain the object you want to draw. So you use donut. Okay. So let's get it done. I click on donut, and then the first remember look at this. Say specify inside diameter. Assuming that inside diameter I want it to be say 5,000. I click 5,000 and I say enter. It asks you again specify outside diameter. Let's say I want it to be 7,000. I specify 7,000 and I say enter. So you see it has drawn a donut for me. So this donut, there are two cycles. The inner cycle has 5,000 diameter. The outer has 7, and then it is filled up. So um, you can use different diameters for inner or outer depending on exactly what you want to achieve. Let me do something maybe a little bit bigger. Let me say inside diameter, let me say 10,000, and then outside, let's say 15,000. So you said this is now bigger. Okay. So this diameter is 10 and the outside is 15. So that's donut for you. Just as a review, we have done circle, but you can also, let's look briefly at circle again. You can draw a circle with a radius or with a diameter. Okay. If I'm drawing with a radius, that means it says specify center of circle. Wherever I click become the center of that circle. Specify the next time, specify radius. So if I say the radius is now the line from the center to the outer. So if I can just click here, give me the circle, I can use a number. I can say 10,000. I say enter. So it gives me a circle that the radius of this circle is 10,000 mm. Okay. Then we can also draw with this one I draw is radius. We can draw with a diameter. Okay. Specify center. Let me say here. Then specify diameter. I can say 10,000. No, because this one is 10,000 diameter, it should be smaller than the other circle. So you see it here, center to here is 10,000. Here from edge to edge is 10,000. Okay, so that's your circle. Okay, very quickly again, a reminder of how you do your arc. You can do arc majorly 3 points. That's the quickest way to draw an arc. First point. The first point is the origin of the arc. The second point is the center of the arc, and then the last point you click is the end of the arc. That is 3 points. I do it again. Arc 3 points. The first place you click is the origin of the arc. The second place you click is the center of the arc. And then this third place you click is the end of the arc. So that's that. We have just quickly looked at ellipse, at spline, at donut, at circle, and at arc. Please, if you want to learn how to draw AutoCAD, just follow me, just follow the video. I drop beginner training, even advanced training, and I drop training every single week. And then sometime the next 2 weeks, I'll be doing a more comprehensive training, just 4 days training, and it's gonna be absolutely free. So just click subscribe so that you will be able to be part of that training. Thank you for watching this video.